Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2023 mid-month general reading. So we're looking at the last half of February, and this reading is for the earth sign of Capricorn. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch these videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. Always that note of gratitude to start, because I always want to start with a note of gratitude. So thank you so much. So, Capricorn, this is for you for the last half of February 2023. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Capricorn. If you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, it is also relevant. If you know any of your other signs like sun, moon, rising, Venus, watch them for additional insight and perspective. And if you find that something does resonate with you, it touches you, you'd like to take a deeper look, perhaps reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Or information about that, feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact info by clicking on the description link or the title of the video. I would love to hear from you, and I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a fairly wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and still going pretty quickly right now are the 6 and 12-month overviews, which give you a look ahead in a variety of different areas of life into what's coming into your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. You can order them any time of the year, but end of one year and the first part of a new year, or when you're starting kind of a new cycle. People always find it's helpful to get a little bit of a peek ahead, so something to consider. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what the last half of February 2023 looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. We begin with the Page of Coins. Messengers could be a child or a young person. Might even be you, because it's earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I mean, regardless of whether you're chronologically a child or not, you could be an adult, but you're still somebody's child, right? It might be about a child as well. With the Ace of Wands, exciting new beginnings, a new start to something, feeling quite enthusiastic about a new beginning or a new opportunity. Next, we have the Three of Swords, some emotional pain, disappointment, heartache, heartbreak, breakup, separation. Emotional pain. With the Two of Coins, a choice, being at a crossroads. What do I do? This or that? Next, we have the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Fire. Movement, conversations, powerful, Cupid's arrows, travel, something moving forward together quite powerfully, rapidly. With the Four of Cups, an offer being made. There's some kind of offer, something being offered, not quite sure. The person it's being offered to is not quite sure if they should take it or not. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the last half of February, Capricorn, is the Ace of Swords. Got two aces here representing new beginnings. The Ace of Swords, which is the overall theme for the last half of February, is the Ace of Air. Air is the element which governs what goes on up in our heads. Thoughts, belief systems, ideologies, perspectives. So this is kind of like the light bulb going off over your head, or an epiphany, a realization, seeing something in a completely different light, the light of what it actually is. Could be a new idea. Excuse me. Second video I got hit with a yawn. It's quite clear here, Capricorn, that something happened. I mean, something has to be the source of this emotional pain. You're trying to make a decision about, I think, what to do about it. And it feels and looks like you have an idea of how to do this, of how to mitigate it or fix something or what to do about it. And it feels like towards the end of this period, like the end of February, first part of March, you act pretty quickly, powerfully, even spontaneously. Maybe there's an offer made, or you travel or something like that. Well, we'll clarify. So Let's clarify the overall energy of the Ace of Swords. Judgment. A major life path, crossroads decision. You're being called to act. Typically when judgment shows up, there's a choice in front of you. And it's a choice typically that's been placed there by God, Spirit, angels, and guides. Spirit. You're being called to do something, called to act, or something you're being called to do. Are you going to answer it or not? Because it could be a real game changer. And the magician, the manifester. The magician knows it's not enough. The magician knows how to turn what he thinks in his head or his heart into physical reality. He's a manifester. He's the entrepreneur. He knows, too, that it's not just enough to visualize it and think about it. That may be where it starts, but it's about... the magician knows how to carry the law of manifestation from its inception or conception all the way through to physical manifestation. And he knows that the law of attraction or manifestation doesn't end with just positive thoughts and vibes. You have to actually take your skills, your knowledge, your wisdom, your experience, your resources, and marry those with the actual work it takes to make something happen, right? Because that's what Spirit supports. So it looks like you have an idea on what to do to make something happen, which has something to do with how do I rectify a situation that looks painful. Let's clarify that Page of Coins. The Empress, a mother figure. She is the traditional Earth Mother of the Tarot. It's a card about fertility, meaning that which could be, pregnancy, getting pregnant, giving birth. It represents fertility, but really the fundamental understanding of fertility is that when something is fertile, it means the time is right. The time is right to plant seeds, to sow something new. It's interesting because traditionally the Empress and a page would show up as a mother-child relationship. And it might be you, the child here. Again, even if you're an adult, you're still somebody's child. It might be your child, Messages. The time is right for some kind of conversation. Let's clarify that Ace of Wands. It's something that feels promising after something painful. The Eight of Wands again. Communication, conversations, travel, movement. The Six of Swords, healing, which is what we want to see after that Three of Swords. Slowly but surely moving away from the source of whatever the issue was, the challenge, the pain, the trauma. You're not quite to the other shore, non-solid ground yet, but you're definitely moving towards that. There's an idea, again, it's fundamental energy. It's a general reading, so the specifics of how I channel the fundamental energy, the specifics of how it works out, of course, in a general reading will vary a bit, depending on, who you are and watching this and all that. But the fundamental energy remains the same. It's how those energies place in your story, right? That's unique. It's obvious something happened. It was painful. Maybe it was an issue or an argument or estrangement with you and your child or you and your parent or, it could be anything really, right? Maybe it was about a decision. Maybe it was a decision about a child. I don't know. I'm getting kind of a sense of conflict, breakups or arguments or something like that. But there's an idea here on what you can do. You're seeing something. You may be seeing the other side of it in a way that you didn't before, right? There's an idea here that it feels like you want to act on pretty quickly and pretty powerfully to see if there's a way through this. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. The Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Good source of love, support, encouragement, always knows the right thing to say. This was the source or the reason of the Three of Swords, that pain. There was some kind of, I don't know, problem with this person. This is not you. There was some kind of problem, issue with this person, an argument, I don't know, breakup, separation, estrangement. The star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism, which is interesting because in the tarot, the star comes after the tower, which is like that sudden, unexpected event which occurs, which not always, but often is painful or challenging, right? Something happened, but there's hope of renewal here. There's hope of a way through. The hermit. What does the hermit do? What do hermits, monks, monastics do? They retreat, they withdraw from the minutiae of day-to-day life. Maybe you've been doing that, or at least in whatever form you can. But they do that to seek guidance, wisdom. It's a card about learning. It's a card about taking all of the life experience you've had so far in your path behind you and using and actually learning from that, because that's what the hermit represents, is learning from everything that you've seen and everything that you've been through and everything that you've done and all of that, and taking all of that knowledge and that wisdom and taking all of that knowledge and experience, learning from it, which is why we're here, to be better, to grow, to evolve, right? Taking all of that and learning and applying that moving forward, which is the process of change. And that is wisdom. And that's what the hermit represents. It feels very much, Capricorn, like there's been some kind of process of pain, arguing, breakups, something like that. Again, the details of how but it looks like it's specifically focused between you and another person. It almost looks like parents and child or some kind of family issue, or maybe there's a child issue tied up in there. But it feels like, and again, because of your own life experiences, you're learning too, and the other person is learning too, and that there's an idea here, a way through this, right? Let's clarify that Two of Coins. The Ten of Wands, coming to the end and being able to lay down a heavy burden. Oh, here's that Tower. Something happened, and it looks, technically the Tower just represents an unexpected event, which can be a real game changer. And so technically it could represent winning the lottery, right? But it often represents some big, major, unexpected thing that happens that was very challenging, right? But there's, again, an idea on how to find a positive way through something. It feels like some kind of argument or issue which caused a lot of pain and heartache and perhaps some kind of separation of some kind. There's a way through here, and you think there is, and you're moving on that. Because next we have the Eight of Wands. Let's clarify that Eight of Wands. Something moving forward powerfully. The Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing and orchestration has made that light bulb go off over your head. The Fool, stepping out of your comfort zone, starting a brand new path, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. The Sun, light, love. You have light, love, warmth, laughter, illumination, the pressures being uplifted. You have some extraordinarily powerful major arcana cards. You've got the Emperor, the Empress is major arcana card, Judgment, the Sun, the Star, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool. These are profound cards. Whatever the situation is, Capricorn, it is potentially the source of a huge opportunity to gain a whole lot of wisdom and knowledge about yourself, about other people, about how to disagree, still love each other, work through things, all of that. There's this opportunity here. But you got to step outside of your comfort zone, which means doing something that we normally wouldn't do, right? Doing something different because we're learning. That's the Hermit. Clarify the Four of Cups. What's this offer? It may be that this is something you were thinking about it before, and now is the time you're just going to go ahead with it. Three of Wands, Seven of Cups. Yeah, this is kind of daydreaming, fantasizing, looking at what the possibilities are for a positive future. Yeah. Again, that's pretty much the sum of this reading. I mean, specifically, well, it's a general reading. Specifics are tricky. It's never going to be specific for somebody. It's always going to be specific for somebody else. But again, the fundamental energy is what you want to resonate, whatever this issue is. I feel some of you, it might be between you and a child, or you and a parent or a mother, or some combination of that energy here, because there's a strong family energy here as well. Something happened, there was an issue, a fight, a disagreement, choices, things said, maybe some silence or separation. But God, Spirit, angels, and guides are giving you some kind of, or trying to compel or impress you. There's some kind of new perspective on it, and learning and evolvement, and an opportunity here to take everything that you have learned in your life and apply it to this situation moving forward in a positive way with a positive outcome. But it's going to require you to probably break a pattern of what you're used to doing or how you're used to dealing with things in order to enact that. But it looks very much like you're going to do just that. So beautiful. Let's end with some messages. Any final messages, guidance, advice, feedback for Capricorn? Interesting. Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, which came out in the reverse in the upright position. This is fights, going over the same thing over and over and over again. Drama, nobody willing to back down or consider or anything like that. It's just the same thing over and over again. In messages or advice, we have it in reverse. Don't get into an argument, right, with this person or with this situation. Ace of Cups is new love and romance, or the heart beginning to open up again. It's almost like an offering of love portrayed here, right? The beginning. The Nine of Pentacles, which is independent self-sufficiency and self-empowerment. But I'm kind of also relating it to the Hermit here. I see a thread connecting these because you've worked really hard to get to this place of confidence and empowerment, of knowing what you're capable of and knowing that you're capable of taking care of yourself. And the process of the road that led you to this, you learned a lot of things along the way that are going to be important in applying this here. The Six of Wands, victory, triumph, and success after a challenge. So the way here is clear. It feels like a reaching out or some kind of conversation, communication coming together to try and resolve something or see a way through something, peacefully resolving something with another person without fighting or arguing in a bad way, right? I mean, disagreements and arguments are natural, but it doesn't necessarily have to make somebody your enemy, right? That's what I'm getting here. Okay, Capricorn, those are your messages for the last half of February. I hope that you found them useful or helpful or gave you something to chew on. Again, if this is something that resonates with you, you'd like to perhaps reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking on the description link or the title of this video. I will see I almost said the rest of you. I will see all of you, hopefully, in a couple of weeks for the March general readings. Stay safe and well and be happy. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.